Yeah. Because then the whole idea again is always like, win or lose, you always determine whether you're winning or not, right? I might lose the gig, but I'm still winning because maybe I'm not the perfect fit for this job because you guys wanted number crunchers to do this particular gig because it's your annual board report. Okay, cool. But then you're like, shucks, those guys for our staff party, these are the guys. So you're never losing, man. So all that thinking was always like asking, where's number one, what's the industry I belong in, and where's the money, right? So now I'm like, okay, I think it looks like the money is in the corporate sector, and so we have to become a service to the corporate world.
And the service that you were seeing yourself standing out in offering, that you thought you were better than the rest, was that?
So it was the things that we're already doing. The things that we've been built, the things that we're built.
Okay.
So it's doing events, it's doing music. Doing events, doing music. That was our thing.
Experientials.
Experiential.
But you didn't know it. Weren't calling it that at that time.
No. So technically, for all intents and purposes, at that point we are an experiential agency.
Okay.
Right. But with a very strong music bend. So there are guys who are really strong. Experiential, but they're good at road shows. Other guys are good at logistics. Us guys were really good at music.
Okay.
So if you did an event, music was, part of it. My running orders, all of them start with what ambient music I want playing for that gig. So I think musically, we thought musically, and so at this point, then now we enter kind of like our corporate season now. We're coming to the office, we have an office time. I think with you guys, it was like, hey, come when you come.
No, dude, you're always in great culture. In fact, as you killed us, but you're like 5 a.m.
Oh, I remember the 5 a.m. thing.
5 a.m. guys.
40 days of...
And you mess up one, we start again.
Yeah, that was crazy. We never finished. Think because of shame. So anyway, So now we are proper in the corporate world. We're doing, we learn how to do presentations, and here's a pretty cool side note, and especially for you business guys. I learned that entertainment was always the objective. So even our pitches were entertaining. Yeah. So my whole idea was, man, if we step into a boardroom, you're going to remember us because you're going to laugh, you're going to feel emotions, you're going to be inspired, you're going to clap. Like, if I could get you to clap,
I've won it.
I've won this thing.
Yeah.
Right? But it was just all entertainment, man. I'd have songs, I'd have videos, I'd have movie clips, anything to get your heart moving, and for me, I've always felt that people, where their emotions lean is where their decisions will lean.
You tagged at the human being.
Exactly. There was a through line through Kijiji, and so our pitches were so much fun. I mean, we'd practice our pitches like we're practicing a play.
Wow, that is so epic.
We'd practice like we're practicing a play.
Damn, I love too soon.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, then you say that, then whatever, then we click the video, and these seamless presentations, man.
Would you bring in actors?
Sometimes we would. Sometimes we'd bring in guys. We'd bring in if we needed something extra in the whatever. We'd bring in, like, it was. We entertained guys, and we're like, even if you don't give us the job, you will not forget us. Yeah. Because then the whole idea again is always like, win or lose, you always determine whether you're winning or not, right? I might lose the gig, but I'm still winning because maybe I'm not the perfect fit for this job because you guys wanted number crunchers to do this particular gig because it's your annual board report. Okay, cool. But then you're like, shucks, those guys for our staff party,
These
are the guys. You know, so you're never losing, man. You know, your job is just to do the best that you can. So we became really good at pitching. Really good
So
at
did
pitching.
you bag any clients in this time?
Oh yeah. I mean, we got so many clients, man. Coke was one of our top clients, the Coca-Cola company, Fanta, and then they realized that when we did our experiences, us guys, we were unbeatable in that world, and the reason is because our backstory. There's no one who could put together a musical theater experience for you for a launch.
Yes.
Nobody could. But us guys were doing musicals every two a year.
Yes.
So when we came, we'd tell you, okay, cool, man. This is a Fanta event. Okay, cool. You know, there's a guy who's just gonna pop up in the middle of the audience, and just start talking, and then the music will start playing, and then a chick there will start dancing, and then a guy will start singing. But the song he's singing is literally a remake of your jingle. And then guys are like, what? And then what? Hooked, they're hooked, man. And I'm like, anyway, my whole thing was, I still believe it to this day. And I don't think I was fully right, because it ended up being that sometimes, we were too creative for people. But me, I've always believed, man, that aim high, man. Like, do epic things, so that their pitches we'd lose, and I'm like, ain't no way no one beat that pitch. There's no way. And then you see what they did. You're like, oh, okay, these guys just wanted to do death by PowerPoint. Their minds couldn't even get past death PowerPoint. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's what you guys wanted to do. But then I don't want to do that. I think we have a unique thing that I think is helpful and will help grow your brand. So we kept our lane. We're like, this is the lane us guys are in. We're hyper creative. And we try and create. In fact, our whole thing was create memorable experiences.
So exactly, I want to break it down, like what you are doing for guys.
Yeah.
So you're being called to do. People are thinking this is staff party. Staff party is the December one.
Yeah.
You get. You're being called to what? Launch a product is being released.
Yeah. And they're launching a new flavor of Fanta, or a new flavor of Coke. Or they're doing, someone wants to do let me see a really memorable one.
Because Coke one,
Coke was a very memorable one. Coke had a billion reasons to believe campaign. There's a billion reasons to believe in Africa, because there's a billion people, right? And I remember scripting Johnson Mwakazi, who people knew him as a TV presenter. Us guys knew him as an actor, and a really fantastic actor. With his British accent and the whole works.
The voice.
Yeah, exactly. So, we scripted this voiceover. There's a billion reasons to believe in Africa, and you are one of them. And, and we created this spoken word and this procession of actors and dancers and all leading to this moment that of a song that us guys had written called Africa.
That's crazy.
Right? Africa, rise up, stand up. This is your moment. This is your time. And it was a song on MWP.
Yes.
But it worked perfectly for this moment.
Yeah.
So, and because us guys we were not trying to be creative, we were creative. And we were creating things. We were creating albums. We were creating musical theater. We were creating our own shows. It's just that, hey,
everything is
we can do this for you guys, as well. Yeah. So that was a part when Kijiji kind of now maybe not in the public's eye, but in the corporate world, for marketing managers, brand managers, etc. We became people of interest, where now, after winning several pitches and stuff, you're now being invited to pitch. Before you're the one knocking on doors.
Yes.
But they say, hey, we've got this. Can you guys pitch for this? So Kijiji at that point is doing, really cool corporate events. And we're specializing on creative stuff. And, we'd get the occasional where they just need equipment or whatever. But our bread and butter was when you want a creative production. Then we're like, yeah, we got you. But then now Kijiji also is become extremely formalized now as a company. So
it's like you're a CEO now.
Exactly. So now, in fact, this is now my CEO life now.
Okay.
Where I'm running the company. Mwendi was my COO. Later on, Kaima. I have an accountant. I have client service managers. I have production guys. I have technical guys.
Wow.
And now it's like, okay, cool, man. We can even do multiple gigs at the same time. But still, our differentiating thing, because we felt like there were many people who were playing the equipment and lights and hey, we'll get an MC game. Us guys needed to differentiate ourselves, and we differentiated ourselves with creativity.
We're thinkers.
Exactly.
Of what all these guys are going to.
Exactly. So I'm like, we can't beat those guys at that game, so we have to play a different game. And our game was uber creative, yeah.
But this wasn't there before. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Before the guy was being called, you're not being called to think.
Yeah. You're being called to just be given a brief
you're being called, exactly. You're being given it's internally, maybe they've said we need this done, this done. So how do you convince them to start paying you for this?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is you keep on building your legend and your narrative. So every single success is a storyline, is an added storyline.
Joins the CV, enters the CV.
Exactly, it's an added storyline. Because if someone sees, oh man, you've done this for so and so, done this for so and so, done this for so and so. Oh, you guys worked on that. Oh, okay, cool. You did a thing with the UN. Oh, wow. And now it's like, okay, cool. And then us guys, our thing was show and tell. So I'm not just gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you. So I'm not just gonna tell you what I did for Safaricom or whatever. I want to show you what I did. And so there's photos, there's video, there's whatnot, and someone's like, ooh, okay. And I'm like, okay, cool, man. Maybe I can work with these guys, So and at that point, my days are, I'm still doing my music, but my days are, spent going for pitching, trying to pitch new work, trying to get new work into the system. And then occasionally write and get a song out, but my music is not center stage at this point. Yeah.
And is that in a creative? Okay, maybe you're doing other creative things, but when the creative is not CTO, one of the other reasons why CTO was birthed is because I was not rapping. So I called guys to sing for me.
Yeah.
And then tell me the backstory of the song.
Yes.
Then I realized I like that story more than even the singing.
Yes.
So just tell me the story.
Oh, wow.
But so that was my creative outlet.
Yeah.
Because I tried to do an album with Riga and there was just no time.
Yeah.
So what happens to your music at this time? Because are you at Mavuno still? Are you worship leading?
Yeah, so I'm still worship leading. So I'm still being creative.
Okay.
And I'm still doing corporate gigs. I still have stuff going on.
Kanjii is still being, the artist is still being called.
Yeah.
But mostly for the corporate gigs.
Exactly.
Okay.
And but I'm still doing church. I'm still leading worship. But I think there's something I'm birthing in this new company, and it's taking up a lot of my energy and my time. But it's not talking like years upon years. It's a season, right? It's a season. Because shortly, still at our time at the Navigators, and maybe we're the Navigators, I don't know, 3-4 years. During that time is when I get a RK, the great RK. His studio and office is literally I could throw a stone
Yes.
from Navigators
It's a back door.
into his compound. Yeah. So every so often I'd go say hi, just go visit him, chat with him. He's always a super inspired guy. And so one day I go by his place and hang out with him, and so I'm running Kijiji, so this is just me going to visit a friend, and RK goes like, he says you need to do a project, you need to sing.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, will we do it together? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. And so that's literally the intro to Rauka, the album.